the large and the small of it. Ontario is the host province, and they arrive in London with the largest contingent. At the other end, Nunavut, here to compete for the first time ever. From the far north to Ontario's south, welcome to the 2001 Canada Summer Games. Our host is the London Alliance, a collective of 5 forged from strength. The members are London, the Forest City at the center. The University of Western Ontario, home of the Mustangs, ready to raise the curtain. To the south, St. Thomas gladly playing a part. Then north to Grand Bend's beaches and the wind of Lake Huron. Finally, east to Woodstock, proud Ontario City, proud Alliance member. The summer athletes have gathered once again to celebrate their achievements on the national stage, to measure their mettle against the best of their peers. Young Canadians from every corner of our country to compete for their team, for their hometown, and for themselves. These are the 2001 Canada Summer Games. Welcome everyone to Eldon House. Built in 1834, this is the oldest residence in London, Ontario. And for the next 2 weeks, this is going to be our home, as TSN proudly presents 50 hours of coverage from the 2001 Canada Summer Games. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Randorf. I'll be your host for the next couple of weeks here on TSN. We are actually located in the garden here at Eldon House. It's just a beautiful setting. You have the Thames River right in behind our control center. You saw the gazebo where we are going to be doing all of our interviews. We have plans to introduce you to hundreds of young Canadians from all 10 provinces and the 3 territories. As mentioned, the territory of Nunavut is competing at a Canada Games for the very first time. During our coverage, you're going to hear an awful lot about the London Alliance. This is a collection of 5 communities that have all come together to bring you these games. You have the City of London, the City of Woodstock. About 20 kilometers away from here is St. Thomas. On the shores of Lake Huron is beautiful Grand Bend. You'll look forward to seeing that. And the University of Western Ontario, which is right here in London. All 5 of these groups are really looking forward to bringing you these games, and so are we. We're expecting up to 5,000 young athletes with an average age of about 16, and for most of them, this is going to be it. This is going to be the highlight, the pinnacle of their athletic careers. But for some, it will be the springboard to bigger and better things. Several current and former Canadian Olympians got their starts right here at a Canada Games. So the question is, who's going to step up this year, right? That's the fun part. Competition begins tomorrow. But first up tonight, the opening ceremony. And for that, we turn the proceedings over to Vic Rauter and Charmaine Crooks.
David, thank you very much. Hello, Canada, and welcome to a very special evening, as for the very first time, the opening ceremony of a Canada Games is in prime time. Charmaine Crooks, 5-time Olympian, will join me for this opening ceremony, as well in the second week analyze the track events. David mentioned the fact that for some of the athletes here, this will be the pinnacle of their athletic career. You only have to look, though, at the Sydney Games, and you see that some 40% of the Canadian athletes in Sydney came through at one time the Canada Games. So if you don't go any farther, if your career is over, what do you take away from a games like this?
Well, I think that, first of all, these games are such an important part of development for sport in Canada. All the athletes will certainly take back great memories of their competitions, a chance to compete against the very best in Canada. Some already have international experience, but I think also for the community, a real legacy will be left here of facilities, of the big volunteer spirit that I'm sure we'll see and these athletes will certainly experience, and it's a win-win for everyone involved.
Well, they started lining up before the doors opened at 5, and now more than 16,000 have shoehorned their way into TD Waterhouse Stadium. This is the largest opening ceremony ever.